The best iRacers in the business.
But we got six for real. We looking out for the opposition. We don't do this for match appeal. Don't make me blast it still. I put in work, no Vladimir. You want me to lose, but I can't. Mama shed like 1,000 tears. I can't do that shit to waste. I pull up in Mercedes. Next year you gon' see me pull up in the race.
This is gonna create fantastic racing.
When I was down bad, boy, I got on my knees and I started to pray. Now I'm breaking bread with my young vet. Wins, you was a part of the game. No, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right up, now he getting paid every single day. Yeah, I was hustling. I could turn an 8 to a 28. Let me show you. 12, they can kiss my ass. Yeah, see them lights, but you know I got the strap. Go right, I push the.
He refuses to lose.
I just dash on my way to the bag, boy. You know I push the gas.
Okay, my timing is critical. They know my rhyming is pivotal. Homie, the dash is digital. Gas residual. Fire and smoke like I'm leading a ritual. You bet my cash is long. I hit the gas, I'm gone. Riding my wave. I've been stuck in my zone. I bet I blast them all. Sliding on fate. I've been out finding my ways. Grinding for days. I've been out shining the hate. All of y'all wanted for praise. Stuck in a phase. Let it and turn it ablaze. Yeah, homie, you don't wanna race. Nah, better to stick to your place. Yeah, want it all, I gotta taste. You push on the pedal, now I gotta skate. Yeah, all I ever know. Put me on this throne. Pin and go. Push my buttons and that motherfucker go. What you know, what you own. Push it and I zone. Sonic booms from the room. Running till the dome with my goons. Motherfucking fumes. Y'all know what it do with the crew when we coming through. Y'all know better move. Make it fast. Ain't no second chance coming for your ass.
iRacing top 10. Here he comes.
Better push the gas like.
I just dash on my way to the bag, boy. You know I push the gas.
Showtime! Welcome all. This is Thomas. We got Jay in the booth as well. How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing great. Ready to see some late model stock action here on local short track, South Boston.
Absolutely. Guys, listen, this is an inaugural race for the Nexus National Tour. We're here at South Boston tonight. We'll give you some quick track facts, then we'll go straight into qualifying. As you can see, we're qualifying right now. But we got a track temp of 103 degrees. We got an ambient of 77. Humidity's at a 52% right now, partly cloudy, and 3-mile-an-hour winds. These drivers will be experiencing 10 degrees of banking in the straights, 12 degrees of banking in the corner, 360 feet straightaways. These drivers tonight, they get one quick repair, no extra tires. Pace car speed of 40 miles an hour and a pit speed limit of 35 miles an hour. Right now, we see Zach Brennan out on track. Let me get that out of the way for you. He's currently your provisional pole sitter. At the moment, as you see him get a little loose coming off 4, he saves his car. It'll live to see another day. We saw that little bit of action there, but let's go and head back to the booth here. Jay, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. I'm excited to see this new series we have to bring to you tonight. Some short track racing in the late model stocks here on iRacing. Again, the best iRacers in the business here in the Nexus National Tour. I'm excited about this new series.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to bring a whole different line of sight for this league, Nexus Sim Racing League. This is something that is going to be only broadcasted on Thursdays. There is no other short track league that Nexus puts on. So every Thursday night, you guys will be seeing some racing like this, where we're going to all of the small tracks across America, and we're going to be seeing some of the best drivers in the business going at it. Right now, we're seeing Scott Mayhew throwing down some laps. These drivers, and this is kind of cool. These drivers, they're getting 4-lap qualifying runs, which means they have a lot of time to recollect themselves if they run into any issues. I think it's great. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this little qualifying session here, as tonight we have a different type of racing here, because we have 2 double mains. So this is a qualifying session to set the lineup for the first main. And then our second main later tonight, Tom, you should talk about what we're doing there.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that's happening tonight, right? After the first 50 race, the field is going to be inverted. So whoever finishes last, they get to start on pole. Whoever finishes first wins that race. They're going to be starting in last. This is going to create some awesome and amazing racing for the second race. That second race is going to be... I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. I could already feel it.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in this series, there's no sandbagging because both races pay the same amount of points. So your goal is to try and win them both.
Yep, absolutely. Again, a different type of racing we're doing here tonight with the Nexus Sim Racing League, and I'm a 110% fan here. We've already got Brian Parker in the chat. Brian, he said howdy, fellers and ladies. I think he's talking about you, Jay.
That's a good one, Tom.
Brian, thanks for commenting. Hey, Scott. Hey, listen, man, I'm really rooting for you. That Talladega performance you had, man, unmatched.
Unreal.
You could
drive of your life.
I am ready to see some of that tonight, Scott. Let's go ahead and look at who is on provisional pole at the moment. James A. Morris. Well, it's basically...
That's it.
That's it.
Well, congratulations here to James Morris for the pole here in the number 18 car. Starting second to the outside of him will be Zachary Brennan in the number 31. Starting third will be Showtime Rob Collier in the number 02 with Jonathan Golden. Starting fourth in the number 86 car. There he is, Scott Mayhew Jr. in the 29 car, starting fifth with Dylan Winters in the number 14 car, starting sixth. James Pierce in the 08 car, starting seventh. Brad Haldane in the number 39 car, Bad Brad Haldane, starting eighth. And starting ninth is Steven Dowd in the 09 car with Matt Yost in the 70, rounding out your top 10 starting field here in race number 1.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Jay, for pointing that out for us. We're going to be going green here soon. We got James A. Morris going to be leading this field to green. And that number 18 car. We are going to be going another lap here just to let these guys warm up, get the tire temps, or all the tire temps they can, or it's probably very minimal. Not going to be much benefit. But hey, we've got Scott. We got lots of people pulling for him. Brian's even pulling for him in the chat. Nice. Awesome. I'm pulling for Scott. Absolutely. We're going to see Scott do something good.
Exclusive W car as well, which was a great shout out.
And look at that. We got green flag in the air. James A. Morris getting a good restart, but Brennan getting a really good restart as well on the outside. But here comes Rob Collier into second place, coming down the back straightaway.
As we cycle down to single file racing here off of turn 4s, we got a spinner in the back. Is that the 39 of Haldane? Bad Brad around?
He sure is. We are still green flag racing, though. We'll go back up to the front. We still got James A. Morris leading this race with Rob Collier behind him. And a newcomer is Zachary Brennan in third place.
As they power down the back, Scott Mayhew all over the back of Zach Brennan here. Trying to give him a little bit of action here. Trying to move into the podium position now. Gets a little sideways off of...
Coming through 1 and 2 now. These guys are single file going down the back straightaway. Zach Brennan holding on to that podium position in P3, but Scott Mayhew wants a little bit of that. We see him off of turn 4 a little sideways. He collects himself, but coming off of turn 2 now, it looks like he might have a little bit of a run.
As now Collier still half a second back from your race leader Morris here, as he's kind of leading this charge here through turns 1 and 2. Mayhew's now getting a great run on Brennan. Where does he go with this run? He looks like he's going to take it to the top.
Oh, and here comes Scott Mayhew. He looked like he had a little bit of run coming off of turn 4, but nothing really materialized. Coming through 1 and 2. Now he's getting real close to his rear bumper. The 29 looking real racy tonight. Going into turn 3 now, he's still all over the rear bumper of that 31. It looks like he's going to be able to... Oh, no, he's not enough. Coming into turn 1 now, the 29 looking very sporty and trying to get around that 31 car at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like he's entering a little wide and then just cutting underneath him down the straightaway, trying to set up that crossover move down these short straightaways. Oh, he's there now. Can he give him the bumper? It looks like he gave him a little bit of a tap. Brennan sideways. He saves it as they continue.
Some great racing out of this 29 car so far. He knows he has speed. This 31 car is just holding him up because here comes the 86 of Jonathan Golden. Jonathan Golden now being brought into this battle between the 31 and the 29. We'll see what he can do and if he can pounce on an opportunity to get around the 29.
Yeah, Jonathan Golden hard charging here, coming really out of nowhere to catch this battle between Mayhew and Brennan. Oh, Mayhew loses the front end a little bit. Golden looks low, doesn't make it to his door just close enough to make an attempt at a pass. Falls back in line there in 5th.
Scott Mayhew in this 29 car still working very hard to get around this 31. This is a great battle we're witnessing right now on track. They're going through 1 and 2 right now, but what I'm really noticing about this 29 car is his exit speed. It just can't really materialize to get side by side with that 31 car going at the end of the straightaways. He's got to find something else in the middle of these corners to put himself in a position where he can get side by side with them going down the back straightaway. And just as I say that, he does. He's side by side with the 31 going into 3. He's looking to take that position, but nope. The 29 car has to relent in order to prevent a wreck.
Yeah, he's going to have to make that ground back up now as he lost a little bit of time there with that move that didn't quite work out, and he's going to have to set him back up here. Got plenty of time to make it happen, just got to be patient and find your way around.
We can obviously see this 29 car probably has a little bit more speed than this 31 at the moment. You can see the 31 grabbing a little bit more distance to second place of Rob Collier, and you can see where the accordion effect is now happening. It is all happening behind the 31 as we see the 29 trying to go side by side with the 31. Oh, they make contact! They're sideways! Oh, and they crash into the pit wall! The 29 car pushing that issue a lot going through 3 and 4, making contact with the 31. He is now in pit road. Yeah, that was brewing for the last 15 laps there.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to make his repairs or take his quick repair there. Very fast car. Don't count him out just yet from now moving to the back of the pack here for this restart.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick look at this yellow flag here so we don't miss anything. So let's go ahead. Let's go and look at the Dega Boys onboard camera for this replay. Oh, making some contact there. Looked a little bit like the 29 was coming up and the 31 was coming down. Maybe just a little bit of a racing incident there. We see the 86 getting a little sideways, going into turn 1, making some contact with the wall. As we now see the 29 getting his repairs done. We'll get back out on the track here.
Yeah, that's a great point. With the racing incident there, it looked like two guys just kind of going for that same little bit of real estate there. That's just short track racing to me.
Absolutely, and we know how important real estate is on these small, short oval tracks. It means everything. Sometimes even the best line to take, is a low entrance, a high apex, and then a low exit. And we were kind of seeing that with the 31 car, and that's what he was doing. Unfortunately, the 29's got his nose underneath him, and I don't think he knew he was there. So, still some great racing we're seeing out of these guys at the moment.
Now we're going to get a restart here with Rob Collier up on the outside of Morris. Let's see if he has anything with this action as we see Winters and Pierce now being in the mix here, starting in the second row.
It would be very interesting to see what Rob can do on the outside. We know he's always got some good run speed as the 18 just got a great restart there going into turn 1. As we still see Pierce and Collier side by side. Collier doing a great job to hold that car up top. The 08
that was tight.
Yeah, that was real tight. The 08 getting sideways off of 4, but keeping it straight as he's still side by side with the 02 car.
Still side by side here for a second. Collier is not giving up any ground. He's just driving it in. Oh, and they both lose the top. Here comes Winters. Where does he go? Looks like he's going to fall in behind Collier here.
We've got a great race going on in the back right now, too. Matt Yost stuck on the outside trying to get underneath with Scott Mayhew. Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, Steven
big
Doughton
one.
just got turned on the front stretch there. Made some significant contact with that inside wall. Looks like Yost got a little bit of damage there as well.
Let's go back and look at this yellow flag. Go look at Steven Doughton here as we press play on this replay. Looks like, unfortunately, the 09 got a little bit loose coming off that corner and grabbed a little bit of help from that 39 car. We'll replay it here. Let's go on board with the 39 of Brad Haldane, and we'll see what happened.
Oh, Steven got tight or got loose off the corner and checked up just a little bit, and bad Brad Haldane got into the back of him there. Another racing deal. Short track racing. It's difficult.
Short track racing, that's right. Lots of action to be calling here. This is a first for us, Jay. We really haven't broadcasted any short track leagues before. This is a learning experience for us. But it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, this is fun. It's like almost being at my local short track on a Saturday night. It's got that good vibe to it. Got great drivers behind the wheel and a quick short 50 lapper and re-rack them and go again.
Absolutely. We're going to see James A. Morris in that 18 car going to be leading the field to green again. We'll see what he can do. He's got some fantastic restarts as he does again. Looks like the 14 was caught sleeping behind the wheel. The 02, though, he gets back in line. He's going to be able to get right behind the 18 car and maybe stay tucked in or maybe challenge him. We'll see. But look who's in 4th position. We got Brad Haldane.
Yeah, Haldane is a hard charger. Had that incident lap 1 and spun, caught the right caution at the right time. Up into 4th now behind Dylan Winters. They've both been moving, and Mayhew Jr., he's surfacing back to the front of this pack. Up here in 5th.
Absolutely, a great run by both of these drivers. The 29 grabbing a little bit of damage there while racing with the 31, and the 39 having a really bad just first lap spin. Looked like his race was over, but persistence pays off, and the 39 is proving that.
Oh, as Collier got a little loose off the corner there. He's going to lose a little bit more time there to Morris. He's going to have Winters all over his rear bumper here. Can he defend it?
We'll see the 0-2 looking like he's just really loose off the exit of these corners, and that's where he's losing most of his time. Now we see the 14 underneath the 0-2, maybe grabbing a little bit of apron there to try to complete that pass, but it doesn't happen. The 0-2 shuts the door in front of his face. Coming off of turn 2 now, we're still in a single file line.
Yeah, we got the first or second through fifth here in a line on the bottom, kind of forming a train. Who's going to be able to prevail out of this battle here? We might have to see a little bit of that bumper action here as they're all so close in speed and the laps are winding down here in A main 1.
Absolutely. That 0-2 car looking like he's just not having the speed like the cars behind him. The 14 maybe getting a little bit impatient. That 39 is ready. Oh, the 14 makes contact with the wall off of turn 2, but he holds on to his position.
Wow, what a save. Brad Haldane was looking to take it to the outside. Then he thought, maybe I can get the crossover done here. It looks like it closed up on him, that gap that he had there. So he's all over the back of Winters now. This is getting exciting here. Battle for second.
Absolutely, and it's a 4-car battle for second right now. These guys doing a fantastic job to keep these cars straight. Going through, we've got 19 laps left. So not a whole bunch of urgency needed at the moment, but people are ready to pounce when the opportunity will be given.
Yeah, as you now see Mayhew Jr. all over the back of Haldane. He made a little bit of a mistake there off of 4. Opened the door a little bit. Oh, Winters is full slide through the center of the corner. He can't get that thing to rotate. As now Mayhew Jr. still on the bumper of Haldane coming off of 2.
Yeah, looks like maybe Haldane might be losing a little bit of speed, or maybe just trying to chill out to see what the 14 can do with the 0-2. I don't know, but we're going to find out. But, wow, look at this. The 39 all over the rear bumper of the 14 at the moment. We'll see what he can do there.
Wow, Haldane is really fighting the handling of that car as Mayhew Jr. gets his nose under contact. They both save it. A lot of respect there out of Mayhew Jr. and Haldane not to wad those things up there off the corner.
Still seeing lots of action here. The 0-2, he's looking like he's getting a little bit of speed back. And the 14 being able to hang with him. The 39 and 29, this is a great battle right here. Looks like the 29 might be a little bit quicker than the 39 right now. But the 29 just having a really hard time with passing. He can't get his nose underneath anybody, and he can't complete a pass going down the straightaway. So we'll see what happens here. We're winding down. We're going to be coming up to 13 laps to go, and we'll see what these drivers are desperate for.
Yeah, I like what Dylan Winters is doing here. He's kind of like washing up the track mid-turn and getting a great drive off on the bottom underneath Collier. I think he's setting something up here for a late race charge for second, because all these points are so valuable, each position you can gain.
Yep, absolutely. But look at this. We're about to get into some lap car action. The 86 of Jonathan Golden not having the greatest race right now, but it's lucky for him. It looks like he's going to be pole sitter for next race. So that's good news, but the big issue right now, what is Rob Collier going to do with some lap traffic?
Yeah, Rob Collier is going to be in a very tough predicament here if he cannot find a way to keep that car pinned to the bottom. It looks like Winters is just peeking ever so slightly to give him some contact. They get around Golden fine. A lot of respect there out of that 86 car.
Absolutely. That 86 car doing a great job there to keep that car straight and let these leaders by. But still, we're seeing a big gap now between the 39 and the 29 when the 29 was looking pretty sporty. Now we're seeing a small gap between the 0-2 and 14. The 14 being able to really dive that car into the corner and make it stick compared to the 0-2, but it looks like the 0-2 is getting really good fire-off speed.
Yeah, it looks like Winters is kind of losing some ground here to Collier. Looks like that strategy he was implying there to try and kind of run a different line than Collier isn't working out at the moment. He still has a few more laps, though. Maybe he can make something happen here late. Oh, as he almost makes contact with Collier. He might be thinking bumpers at this point.
Absolutely. We're coming up to 6 to go here with this Nexus National Tour League. We're seeing some great racing for second place at the moment. Rob Collier holding strong to second right now, but the 14 is coming. He is ready to take that position away. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, we got a car sideways.
Oh. Is that Haldane again?
Oh, it was Haldane.
Oh, that's going to change everything.
Oh, looks like he got some damage, too.
He was struggling like we noted there on that run. Wonder if that was the cause of that incident there.
Let's go ahead and look at that replay. We'll see what happened to Brad Haldane here for this caution. Oh, the 29 getting underneath him. Probably not. Oh,
he got some
man.
contact.
That ambulance.
Multiple cars.
That ambulance makes for a great window. Might just have to rewind that a little bit and see the contact that happened, because it was multiple drivers and a good amount of damage. Here we go. Take it back just a little bit further. 29 really stuffing it down in there, making some contact with the 39, and he's just sitting right in the middle of the track. There's nothing he can really do. There's not really much the other drivers can do either. Unfortunate for the 39. The only thing he can hold on to now is that for the main here, he's going to get a pretty good starting position.
Yeah, but with only one quick repair and no sets of tires, it's going to make it a challenge, even with the invert. So, very tough situation here for Brad Haldane.
Yeah, Brian. Brian's in the chat here. They chopping his nose tonight. Woo! We're going to get some drama, baby. I love it.
That's short track racing, baby.
Short track racing. Now look at this. James Morris, he is going to be leading this field again. This is the third caution, the third restart. We'll see what he can do. Maybe Rob Collier can jump on top of it, but he doesn't. The 02 is going to be able to sneak in there to second place and see what he can do there. The 29 coming all the way on the outside of the 14, having some great speed right there. Look at him go. He's still side by side.
Wow, Dylan Winters with a great restart. He's trying to get up to the inside of Mayhew Jr. He ain't gonna lay over. Super aggressive here.
Absolutely. They are still side by side. The 29 just driving the wheels off of that. Look, he's got the advantage going down the straightaways. The 29 is in P3. He might not be able to hold it long. They're making contact down the back straightaway. The 29 now has cleared the 14. We'll see what happens off of turn 4 here. He does clear them. The 29 in P3.
As we just took 2 laps to go here, does Collier have anything left to come at Morris here for the end of this? This is now Mayhew Jr. into third over Winters. Coming to get the white flag this time for Morris to take heat 1 here. Still back Collier, about a half a second here. Looks like Morris going in through 3 and 4 now. He's going to take the dub here in race number 1 tonight. Morris.
A great run by Morris. He caps the first race of the night off with a dubs. And we've got Rob Collier in P2 and Scott Mayhew in P3. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up our winner there of James A. Morris. Let's see. Here he is. James, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
James, what an absolutely dominant display you put on tonight for this first of the Twin 50s. Tell us what was going through your head with that race.
Oh man! First and foremost, I've got to give a shout out to my team and my teammates. Fatal Motorsports. Got to give a big shout out to EPI for all the amazing stuff they've done for me and helping me get better as a driver over the last several months. But oh man! Oh, and a shout out to my missus that supports me and pushes me to practice when I don't want to. But you know, when I started this race, I was thinking, well, if I could just get a good start position, keep it clean, you know, be up front, I was like, I'll be all right. But as soon as dropping the green flag, man, that car was on rails. Man, it felt so good. And when this caution came, I was like, crap. But no, I just kept calm, cool, and collected, and just kept doing what I've done in the prior restarts. The car felt great.
Absolutely, and from up here in the booth, it looked like that 18 car was on rails. There was nobody there who could compare to the speed that you had, but now heading into this second race of the Twin 50s, you're going to be starting in the back. Tell us a little bit of a strategy you may have going into this second race.
The second race, I know I won, so I'm starting dead last. So, you know, as long as I'm patient and smart and, you know, don't pull any bonehead moves, I should be all right, and I should get back up there, get back to the front. Would love, because it's both a points race, I would love to get up there and sweep tonight, but we're going to try our best.
Absolutely. We'll be cheering you on from up here in the booth, James. Congratulations on your first win, and good luck in the second race.
Thank you, guys, and appreciate all the work you do for us week in and week out.
Absolutely. It is our pleasure, and thank you for that shout-out. Good luck, James. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring up Brad Haldane. Brad Haldane had a very up and down tumultuous race in this first race. Let's see what he's thinking. Hey, Brad, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going, buddy?
We're good. Hey, we got a couple questions for you.
Oop.
Hey, Brad, you want to tell us about the race? We're giving you the Bad Break Award here for race number 1. Explain your race and what happened there.
I think someone just put a bit of a move on there where I don't think he should have been. He just got underneath me and kind of moved me out of the way. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's kind of what it felt like inside the car.
Well, that sounds like short track racing to me. Super exciting. What's your strategy? Second main event here.
Honestly, I'm just trying to get the car to turn a little bit better and get a little bit of run off the corner. Maybe get a little bit of drive going down the straightaway to pass people on the inside. It's very hard to pass here. Typical short track racing kind of thing.
Alrighty, well, good luck. We're excited to see what you can do here in the second race, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of the night as a winner.
Thanks, guys. Hopefully. I don't know about that, but it's wishful thinking on my part. But it'll be nice.
All right, thanks, Brad. All right, that was your winner, James A. Morris. We're going to give that Bad Luck Award to Brad. Brad seemed like, you know, he had a very fast car. It just looks like, you know, maybe he just got caught up in a couple of situations he didn't want to be in. Now we see Matt Yost here. He's trying to possibly get his car a little bit faster. He didn't really look like, unfortunately, he had a lot of speed in that first race, but right now in this 7-minute warm-up that we have, he is P3 on the board. So we'll see. He's not really too far off from what everybody else is running. I mean, the top 5 is within a tenth.
Yeah, they're very fast. And I think one factor here is that track position here. It's going to make a big difference for some of these guys. Maybe handle a little better, have the track position where they don't have to race as hard early on. To keep that track position, this is going to shake it up a little bit here with the front runners in this second race.
Absolutely. It is going to be a good second race. I think we're going to have James Morris in the back of this pack trying to work his way back to the front and sweep this weekend. We'll see what he can do. We also talked a little bit about this guy right here, Zachary Brennan. He was pretty fast too. It looks like he just caught a little bit of bad luck. We'll see what he can do, but right now, let's just go into a little bit of race predictions, Jay. What are you predicting for the second race of the Twin 50s?
Yeah, I'm going to take Morris. I just have a good feeling he's going to drive right back through the field and get the sweep on the night here at South Boston. I know it's going to be an uphill climb for him, but I think if anybody can do it, it's him for sure tonight.
All right, you're taking James Morris. Man, I'm going to go with Brad Haldane. He's going to be starting up front, right? We know he's got a really fast car. We'll see what he can do to keep that car out up front. It's really hard to pass here. So we'll see if anybody's got enough speed to get around him. See if he can get a we'll see if he can get a good restart. Or not a restart, excuse me. A good start to this Twin 50. We've got Brian in the chat congratulating James, same as Scott. Brian saying, hey, look, these are some good racers. I'm telling you, man, this is the best league in iRacing right now. If you guys love some competition, you guys need to come on out. But let's go over the starting grid real quick. Starting on pole, we've got Zachary Brennan in the 31. And outside first lane, we've got Jonathan Golden in the 86, starting P2.
Yeah, starting P3 here is Steven Doughton in that 09 car with James Pierce in the 08s.
Brad Haldane is starting 5th in that 39 car with Matt Yost in the 70 car, starting 6th.
Starting 7th is that 14 car, super fast, Dylan Winters, with Scott Mayhew Jr. in the 29 W car, starting 8th.
Rob Collier in the 02, starting 9th. And your first race winner, James A. Morris, starting P10. Oh, excuse me. All right. Now we are seeing everybody going to be preparing to line up for this start of this second race, the Twin 50. We've got Brennan starting on pole. We'll see what we know he's got a pretty fast car. Let's see if he can hold on to it.
Yeah, this is going to be a real crucial start here. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody at home.
All right, the pace truck is in. We're going to be seeing a restart. Green flag is in the air. The 31 gets a great jump. The 09 looking like he got caught sleeping. Here's the 86 coming to the inside, shutting the door on the 20. Nope, he goes around. Jonathan Golden stacking up the field. The 09 getting into him a little bit. Oh, the 86 is broke. Look at that left rear. It is broke. Yeah, he's just going to tow back to pit lane there.
That was a tough scenario there on that restart.
Yeah, that was...
Not sure exactly what happened, but that was wild.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's go look at that replay real quick. From Jonathan Golden. Or no, let's look at Steven Doughton. Let's go on Digaboy's onboard camera here and see what happened. I don't think he meant to do that.
No, that was a racing deal. Like the theme of the night, man. That's just short track racing. It's tough.
Absolutely. Let's look from top-down view. This will give us a good perspective on what happened. Looks like he got help from the 08 and the 09. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't that much contact either. It's just you pick the back wheels off the ground on these cars, and it just you go around. Just racing deal there.
Absolutely unfortunate. But the 31 still leading this race. We're on lap 4 right now. We still got lights on the pace car. Let's look to see. Oh no. James Morris. He's a lap down. I'd like to go back to that yellow flag, actually. Let's look and see what happened to James Morris. We've got time to look at this real quick. You see him all the way in the back on the outside. Oh, he just didn't realize what was happening. Probably grabbing a little bit of damage there. Oh. Oh, that's how he goes a lap down. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's a product of short track racing right there for sure. We're green again here going into turn 1 as Pierce gets Brennan gets a great start over Pierce. Oh, as you have contact between Winters and Pierce there for a second. They're clear.
Yeah, sorry about that late restart there. We are here, though. We are seeing some great racing with the 31 car. That 02, though, if you saw at the restart, he was underneath and gaining some positions there. Rob Collier making a statement. He's ready to get to the front.
Yeah, exactly. All the way up to 5th from starting 9th on the field here. Already behind Haldane. As now we're single file all the way through, as now we just got to figure out where our car is faster and how to make up this ground on this short track.
This gives us a really good view of where the cars are stacked up right now, what lines they're taking, and where they're finding speed. You can see the 14 using a little bit of apron there, while most everybody else is staying above that yellow line. The 14 not electing to use the apron in 1 and 2 that time by. He goes real high, so you can see here in 3 and 4, just barely skirting along that yellow line.
Yeah, it looked like a real reminiscent of the Kyle Larson North Wilkesboro type line there, using that apron on X. Looks like he abandoned that after a lap, and now he's going to try and use the same line he was using in the first race, where he lets it wash up in mid-center of the corner, and then gets a great drive off on the inside line.
Absolutely. Brennan now pulling a 0.2 of a second lead over second place. Just not really that much at the moment. The 08 still getting to his rear bumper. I don't know. Maybe the 08's a little bit quicker than the 31. It's really hard to tell with these short track races, and it's also really hard to pass as well, as that's been pretty evident all night long.
Yeah, as now Pierce is still looking at Brennan, trying to figure out where he's better at this moment. Maybe see if he can get him on an exit and try to get side by side with him going into the corner, as he still runs second here behind your race leader, Brennan.
Absolutely. Still just hanging out there. The 08 maybe possibly looking underneath the 31. He's underneath him, coming off of turn 4 now. The 08 and the 31 side by side. They're looking like they made a little bit of contact there going into turn 1. Oh, they make big contact.
Oh!
He's airborne off of turn 2. The 08 is.
Big contact there off of 2.
Oh, looks like the 08 really broke right there. He can't even move. You see those rear tires just sitting there and spinning. Heartbreak for James Pierce.
Now who's going to cycle to the lead after that? This should be Winters, right? Yes, Dylan Winters is your new leader now. Wow. Big moments here in this race. Shuffled everything around.
Let's go back and look at that replay. Look at what happened here with James. We'll go to our overhead view. Oh, the 31 just right
I think he
reared him.
misjudged his exit there off that corner. Went a little lower than he was expecting, and they just kind of collided.
Excuse me here. Let's go. I'd like to see on board with the 14. Big contact. 14 coming away unscathed.
Yeah, what a drive by Winters there not to make contact.
Well, now we've got the 14 car leading this field to green. Got the 39 on the outside. That is Brad Haldane, and will you look at that? The 02 car is the second car on the inside lane. Behind him, James Morris.
It looks like the lights are out on the pace truck.
You know what that means. We're going green flag racing, baby. All right, we'll see what the 14 can do on this restart. This is his first time leading this field to green. If he can get a good start over that 39, we get a clear into turn 1. Green flag is in the air. The 14 does get a pretty decent start in the 02. Oh, the 39 trying to squeeze down in front of the 02. It's not going to happen. Coming off of turn 2 now, the 39 looking like he does clear the 02 just for a split second, but it doesn't happen. Coming off of turn 4 now, the 39 does clear the 02 going into turn 1.
And here comes Morris on the outside of Collier. Collier by side for third, Morris and Collier. Here comes Morris.
Oh, he's loose.
Sideways.
He wrecks off of turn 4. We got a caution. We got multiple cars, the 09 and the 70.
Wow, this race is getting exciting. Lots of action.
Oh. We got it stack up, baby. Look at this. You get it, James. Yeah. What's that movie called? Man, I'm drawing a blank right now. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you guys. Austin Powers. How could I not remember that? That guy took a 400-point turn. All right, let's go ahead and look at that replay flag.
It's a great analysis, Tom. I love it.
All right, let's look at this yellow flag. Let's look from the blimp here. We'll see what happens to the 18 car. Wow, the 29 doing a great job to keep off of
he
that
didn't
19.
even get any damage.
18. Yeah. Some great car control.
It looks like he was just applying a little bit too much throttle on exit and still had a little bit of wheel in it, and it just went around.
Yeah! All right, we'll go back to the lead here. We got... Here comes the 14 leading this field to green right now. The 39. Oh, he gets turned.
Oh!
He gets on top of those.
You got a stack up.
Okay, that was a lot to break down right there. It looked like the 39 came down onto the 02 going into turn 1 and caused a little bit of a pile up. We'll see. Let's go look at this yellow flag again. From the blimp view. We got the 39 on the outside. Not really clearing the 02 right there. He thought he had him cleared. Not really. But the 70 and the 02, the 08, and the 09 getting involved in that wreck right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a stack up right there. Good old short track racing right there. As this race has kind of gotten kicked wide open here for Mayhew Jr. and Dylan Winters, who've kind of been the beneficiary of everything here tonight.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for that 14 car right now. Although we are on lap 15, track position means a lot. If you look in that second place position, though, will you look at that? Showtime.
Showtime. Rob Collier. He went airborne on that last instance. Not sure where
Yeah.
he's actually going to be running here. take a minute for timing and scoring to catch up to where we are.
Yeah, there we are. Looking like a P2 at the moment for that O2 car. Only a small bit of damage, but really, there's not a lot of aero that plays into fact with these short track races. Usually when you get some bodywork damage like that, you're pretty fine. So we'll see what that O2 car can do.
What does it say? It'll buff. What do they
buff.
say when you show up to the short track? You take a hammer and you hit your quarter panel right off the bat, and then you say, well, nothing can be worse than that for this evening. Or it can be. Who knows?
You can pull the old AJ Foyt, bring out that sledgehammer, and start hitting them A-arms. All right, we're green flag racing. The 14 car gets a very good jump over the O2. O2, though, he's going to firmly grasp second place as we see the 29 car of Scott Mayhew up to P3 with Brad Haldane behind him.
Yes, Collier is closing in rapidly on your lead. Winters, he has a piece and he's trying to take it to the lead here. Still behind Winters going into turns 3 now.
We'll see if the O2 has enough equipment to go ahead and make that pass on the 14. We are on lap 18 at the moment, so he's got a lot of time to go and try to make something happen. Maybe play a little bit of head games with this 14 car, the O2. See what he can do.
Oh, looks like he tried a little bit of a crossover, higher entrance, and then on exit. See if he tries it again. He does. He gets right to the bumper. He's found something, and it's working. Here he comes. Here comes Showtime, going for the lead here on Winters.
This is some great racing we're seeing here as we have all night long. The O2 trying to muster up enough performance out of that car to try and go side by side with this 14 and take away the lead of the race.
Yeah, as now that he is battling here with Winters, it's allowing Mayhew Jr. to close in on this battle for the lead. We're going to have 3 cars going for the lead here real shortly.
This is good stuff. We know how aggressive that 29 car is. He wants to lead this race. He wants to win this race. We'll see what the 29 can do if there's a mishap between the 14 and 02.
Oh, Collier got a little sideways there off the corner. He's changing his approach here. Driving it in really deep there on the outside, trying to drive underneath Winters on exit.
Still, though, the 14 leading this race, the 02 behind him, and the 29 in third. Back here in fourth place, we've got some great side-by-side racing. We got a 4-car battle for fourth place at the moment. So we now see Steven Downton is coming down to pit lane. Looks like possibly had a little bit of a wreck going there. Steven Downton maybe getting a little bit loose, but saving it.
Yeah, as it looks like the gap between first, second, and third is about even between each car. I don't know if Collier may be saving his tires a little bit here to get back at the 14 car of Winters here later in this run.
We'll see that 29 car looking very sporty. He's already coming up to the rear bumper of that 02, overcoming a bigger deficit than these 2 cars have been battling with each other this whole time. We'll see what the 29 can do. We got a great battle here going on for first. We got a great battle going on for fourth as well. Let's go see what's happening with Jonathan Golden as he has a train behind him.
Oh, as he has Morris behind him. Morris gets a little sideways off. Looks like to be a little faster than Golden here. He gives him the bumper, and he gets the bumper back by Pierce. We got another caution.
Getting turned around, James Morris. This is just not shaping up to be the race that he wanted at all.
Yeah, how things can change starting on pole and kind of running away with it to starting in the back. As we saw Golden get into Mayhew there under yellow.
We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right, let's look at that replay. go ahead and go from the blimp view again. We can get a really good idea of what happened with this 18 car going through 1 and 2. He looks like he just got a little bit of help from the 08. Not a lot of damage, if any at all. But he gets no damage. I mean, I would say that that's a victory in itself. Up. We're gonna go live. All right, James A. Morris now, he is showing in the 6th position. We've got Dylan still leading this race. That Kellogg's Cornflakes car, number 14. We are lap 29. So far, we've got 1 car out of the race, Zach Brennan. Fortunately, first lap incident there did not do him any favors. Brian Parker in the chat. He says, ouchie. Yeah, that's not a good time that 18 car is probably having.
Oh, we're doubling up here at the line.
Yeah, buddy, we have the lights off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by. Brian says, I'm sorry, Scott. I don't know what that means. I'll ask you after the race, okay, Brian? Oh, we're green flag racing. The 14 car getting a pretty good restart there. The 02 looking to get right behind him. Coming off of turn 2 now. The 02 looking like he might be having a run. But nope. The 14 car is still holding on to this race while we're having a battle heat up for 3rd place here between James Pierce and Jonathan Golden. Jonathan Golden getting a little loose off of turn 4.
That's going to open the door here for Morris. Back up to 5th here. He's trying to make it work on the outside of Golden. Still on the outside is Haldane's now peeking to the bottom of him for the top 5 spot.
Yep, right there. We still see these 2 cars side by side, the 18 and the 86, battling it out for 4th place. We're going to go back up to the front here as we see a pretty good battle going on between 1st and 2nd with a new car showing his face to the front, the 08 of James Pierce. So we'll see what he can do, if he can pounce on an opportunity with these front 2 cars and making a mistake, potentially, and see what he can do.
Oh, as it looks like Golden made a little bit of contact there with Haldane coming into turn 2. They make it clear off of turn 2. It's still side by side here. Great action back here between Golden and Haldane. As now Mayhew Jr. is making his way back up through the field. He's going to the here.
Brad finally elects to get down to the bottom here, going through 3 and 4. That puts him P5 at the moment, a top 5 for this 39. We'll see what he can do to defend against these 2 hard chargers behind him of Scott Mayhew and Jonathan Golden. We'll go back up to the front here with Rob Collier challenging for that 1st place position. But let's look at this real quick. The 18 is back up into 4th place.
Yeah, he's just had a persistent run tonight. He's still closing on the guys in front of him here. It's going to be hard to get by him with this many laps left, as we've only got 14 to go this time at the line.
Now going into 3 now, we're still seeing a great battle between these top 3 players at the moment. Well, really stretching out their lead. The 02 getting real far ahead of the 08, and it looks like James is going to set up to make a pass on the 08 at the moment as he's underneath the yellow line trying to get that position away from him.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough pass as he's there. He's quicker. Can he just get to the inside going into... Looks like he's going to send it down on the bottom here into turn 1 and Alpha 2. Can he get enough of a run? He cannot.
James Morris doing everything he can to try and get up and around that 08 car of James Pierce. Some great racing we're seeing here. We're seeing the 18 searching on track for some more grip and see if he can muster up a run going down one of these straightaways or get beside him. You saw him get a little loose there off of turn 2. Now going into turn 3 now, still just not being able to have much for that 08 car.
Yeah, the drive from the back kind of abusing his stuff a little bit here. Maybe it's coming around the other way on him. Oh, as Mayhew gets a little sideways underneath Haldane corner. That was exciting. Land rush.
We saw a little bit of contact between these two drivers in the first race. Oh, we see him get a little sideways. Oh, he's losing it. Oh, he's going down underneath the apron right there, and he gets it stopped before he makes any more damage. That is a caution on lap 44. That's going to be for Scott Mayhew.
Yeah, just some tough, hard racing. One guy you know does not want to see a yellow is Dylan Winters, as he was starting to leg Collier there on that run, like he was going to cruise to an easy victory.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and look here. Oh, I apologize. I am on the wrong yellow flag, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, the 29, already getting sideways here. We'll rewind it so we get a better picture of what happened. We'll come off of turn 2 here. See a little bit of contact there. The 29 hugging that 39 a lot. Going, oh, you see the 08?
The 08's in the wall.
Oh, he just stops. Let's go ahead and rewind that too. Something happened with the 08. Him and James Morris going at it. A little bit of contact there. Oh, he's trying to save it. Just couldn't get it.
Yeah, laps are winding down here. Short track racing, you got to go when you got the car. Or you got not that many laps left till the finish. You got to make something happen. You got to make it happen quick.
Absolutely. We're seeing the 14 car going to be leading this field to green again. Lights are still on the pace truck. We've got just over 6 minutes to finish this session if they can't make it 7 more laps, excuse me. So we'll see what these guys can do. Still lights on the pace truck.
You get one of those good old-fashioned sprints to the checkered here. See if Collier has anything left to come out here.
Oh, just like that. James Pierce is out of the race. He must have had some big damage coming off of that little wall contact that he had. He will not be seeing the end of this race.
Be interested to see what Morris can do here on the inside line there behind Winters on this restart. Maybe he can get to the front and take the victory here. Sweep the night, like he said.
He is in prime position to do so. Rob Collier being able to sneak back to the bottom lane on these restarts, but we got a real power player in P3. We'll see what the O2 can do on this restart. We got green flag in the air. The 14 car doing a great job to stay ahead of these guys. Rob Collier still on the outside. He's looking to make a charge coming off of turn 2.
Oh, he's still on the outside. He's going to hang it on the door of Winters. Goes a peeking. Still side by side. Collier still hangs it up on the outside.
He's having a great run right here coming around the outside. The 14 just hugging the bottom. I don't think that's going to work, buddy. You got to get that. Oh, he's sideways. Oh, he's going into the pits.
Oh, he's got an issue.
Oh, he's got big
breaking
issues.
News.
Big issues for the 14. He was looking like he was going to win this race. Now he's going down pit road. We'll go back to the front
Collier
here.
Versus Morris.
Morris wants to sweep this weekend. He told us that in his post-race interview. Oh, Brad's getting sideways. Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, big contact. Oh, Golden, nowhere to go.
We caught the tail end of that.
Contact.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be looking at this yellow flag here. Let's see what happened. Between the 39 and the 29. coming off of turn 4 right now. 29 grabbing a little bit of the 39 coming off of turn 4.
What a great sponsor there for Golden with the crush. Definitely crushed the front end of that car, trying to avoid. Fortunately, landed in his lap.
Let's take a look at that again. Go ahead and look at it in slow-mo and see what happened. Brad looking like he's getting a little sideways off of turn 4. The 29 really has nowhere to go. Tries to avoid him, but can't. Grabs a little bit of his rear bumper there, it looks like. Now they're both squirrely. 29 saves it, but just a little bit too squirrely for the 39 to save. That's just unfortunate there. Short track racing, baby.
That's why we love it. That's why we tune in, right?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, though, Brad Haldane going a lap down there. We'll see what he elects to do for the rest of this race. Rob Collier, though, he's going to be leading the field to green. Oh, Brian was talking about Golden getting into Scott under that caution there. This is going to be a good race right here. We got probably the two best cars lining up here. But look at this as well. We got Jonathan Golden in 3rd and Matt Yost in 4th. Scott Mayhew, he's going to be restarting 5th. Brad Haldane looking like he's getting back out on track here. He's in 6th. All right, lights out on the pace truck. We are going green flag racing this time by. Looks like we're gonna have a couple of laps here for these guys to duke it out in. All right, here we go. Rob Collier going to be leading this field to green. He doesn't have a lot of time to stay out in front of this 18. This 18 really wanted to sweep the inaugural race at this national tour. We'll see what Rob Collier can do going into turn 3.
This is Rob Collier coming off a 4, coming to get the white flag the last lap of the race. Close that gap. He sends it into turn 1, into turn 2. Off of 2 now, chasing Collier. Can he use the bumper? He does. It doesn't look like it'll be enough as Rob Collier off of 4 will win as Morris wrecks across the line.
Wow, what a finish to that race. James A. Morris looking like he's still going to finish 2nd there. And Jonathan Golden finishing 3rd. Your podium, Rob Collier winning this race over a hard-charging number 18.
And Golden rebounded to get a podium there in 3rd. Great job by him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and we'll go back here and get a good shot of this 86 car as it comes to the end of this race. We're going to pull up the driver of the 86 car of Jonathan Golden and see what he has to say.
I appreciate you watching. Later.
Well, you beat us to it, Jonathan. You got a copy. This is Thomas and Jay in the booth.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Hey, man, what an absolute race you had to overcome, starting from green flag all the way to checkered. But by golly, you put that thing in P3. Tell us about your race.
I thought it was P2. I think I passed James on the right at the end there.
Oh, did you?
Anyway, yeah, I think I did, but that was a blast. It was a lot of fun. This kind of racing's not something that I'm used to. I've only been doing that for the last couple of weeks, so this is kind of new to me, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's new to us too. We've never actually broadcasted a short track league like this, so we're learning as well. We saw some great racing out there tonight. We thought that anything could have happened. Well, unfortunately, fortunately for the 02 and 18, they got back up to the front in a very dramatic fashion. But the 86 car of Jonathan Golden here, he overcomes way more than anybody else to put this back on podium. P2. Unfortunately, that's my bad. I apologize.
Nah, it was hilarious. James and I were laughing about it. We were on comms together, and he said, "I think I overdrove it a little in that last corner." And I said, "Yeah, you did. 'Cause I passed you."
Well, James, or excuse me, Jonathan, this has been a great Twin 50 event here. To round this out, let's go ahead and ask, who do you have to thank for your great finish tonight?
James Morris. No, my whole team has really helped me out a lot. Scott Mayhew has really helped me with this. He loves these cars, spends a lot of time at Langley. Langley's his home track, and he's helped me out a lot with how I drive into this. And Kiefer, crew chief, guy I've known since I was, 10. He's not racing with us this season, but he's in the pits for us, and he really helps me out. Tells me when I'm overdriving, and he's really helped me out a lot.
Awesome. Well, as you hear it, first from here, a great driver coach for that 86 car, some great teammates as well. Thank you, Jonathan, for coming out here and giving us a great product to broadcast. We surely appreciate that, and we hope to see you in the next one.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too. All right. So, apologies there. Jonathan Golden finishing second. We'll go and bring up James Morris right now. He will be your P3 finisher. James, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, let's talk about the absolute mountain you overcame during this race to come back and finish on the podium.
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you right now. All right, so first of all, again, I want to thank my team, EPI, for a heck of a set. The misses, as always. But, like, I don't even know where to begin. I learned something from that first race to this race. Out front's where you wanted to be. Like, when I got behind them cars, I was like, the first race, my car was like, yeah. It's like, awesome, let's go. I got back there in the pack, dude. It was like somebody took and flipped a switch.
Well, regardless, that 18 car had a lot of speed. Whether, you were way in the back or moving your way to the front, even in second there, towards the end of the race, we saw you challenging the 02 car for the win of this race. So, regardless, that 18 car still had a lot of speed compared to others.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. It did. I give credit to my team. That's the biggest. We work together as a unit. Scott Mayhew, Jonathan Golden, two of our other members, one of our other members, Colson, Kenneth Colson, which is out in duties for the next 2 weeks with the National Guard, which I wish him to be safe out there and come back in 2 weeks. But, like, the car was fast tonight. I was so happy overall. I mean, granted, I did, give Rob a little bit of push going to corner for final efforts to try to, pack the air, but I was going to wreck Rob, just try to get him to step out a little bit, come out of corner, but I ain't going to dump Rob. Rob worked his butt off to hold me off on that restart, so shout out to Rob.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? There you have it. That is the driver of the 18 car, James Morris, putting on a great show for you guys tonight. James, we thank you for coming out here and giving us some great product, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Hey, I'll see you next week, and I'll be crew chief and then being the team owner on Monday night. I'll be watching you guys and being the team owner.
Absolutely. Awesome. We'd love to hear it. We'll see you then.
Later, guys.
All right, that was your your P3 finisher there of James Morris. Right there. We're going to pull up Rob Collier. He is the guy who won this race tonight. A great, fantastic show that he put on. Let's go ahead and bring him up.
Hey, Rob Collier, Showtime himself. Congratulations. Tell us about your race.
First of all, can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we got you loud and
All
clear.
right, yeah, I lost my mic at the beginning of that race, so it was interesting.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I had a lot of fun. Lucked out, not getting collected in that first little stack up and pass half the field in, and after that, it just taking my time, not being murdered, and I somehow won this damn race.
You sure did. You put on a great display. I think you got P2 in the first one, then you win the second one. Who do you have to thank for this great performance that you put on tonight here at South Boston in the late model stocks?
Just the usual. Wife letting me do this and not murdering me. SK putting on a league, and of course you guys broadcasting this. I'm looking forward to go back and looking at all the calamity that happened, and I'm kind of bummed that Dylan had to go in and get gas there at the end, because I think
Oh, no.
I had a chance on the outside there in that last restart.
That's what happened.
Yep.
Dang.
Wow. That was a very interesting part of the race. It looked like you and him were putting on a great battle there. It was going to be interesting to see how it came down the line. But it sounds like you got it done with the incidents that Dylan Winters had. Seems like you can jump in just about anything and get the dub here, Rob Collier, as we've seen throughout all the series here in the Nexus Rewind series, the Motor City Cup, and now here in the National Tour. I mean, what are you doing behind the wheel to just get this done?
I mean, yeah, your in-race reporter got that one little quote from qualifying the other night in Chicago. I just floored it and turned left. No, I don't know. Short tracks are cool. This car is easy to just jump into. This is honestly the first race I've ever done in this car. So with how they have it set up right now, it's very forgiving. I could do a bunch of crazy stuff with the setup and not fully pay for it. It's like I dealt with tight middle off in traffic for some reason, which is weird to think of on a short track, but yeah, car is just a bunch of fun. Can't complain.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate the great display of driving talent tonight with these guys here in the National Tour, and we cannot wait to see you in the next one. Always exciting. Showtime himself, Rob Collier, the winner tonight in the Nexus National Tour, Race 2 here at South Boston.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too, buddy. All right, that concludes our race for tonight. Your winner, that is of Rob Collier, the O2 car. Your race 1 winner, James Morris. Some great racing display tonight. This was pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed this. This was really fun to call. This is a great league for viewing pleasure. There was lots of calamity, lots of craziness happening, and we saw a lot of cars prevail at the end. Well, Jay, your final thoughts on the race? Tell us what you think.
Yeah, I thought it was some great racing for the inaugural Nexus National Tour Series here. Super excited to see him race next Thursday at Langley, just to continue the great momentum of this series, and just awesome drivers. Great racing, hard fought, short track racing that we all love to tune into. The best iRacers in the business, always in the Nexus Sim Leagues.
Well, there you have it. Best drivers in the iRacing service. Not arguably, this is a period, signed off and sent. Come on out if you guys would like to join this league. If you guys would like to join this league, comment down below. We will hit up you guys with all the information you need to come and join this great series, this great league. I'd like to give a big shout out to Steven Downton giving us this opportunity to come out and broadcast this league. He has done a lot for us. We are truly appreciative. And we are also appreciative of everybody who comes, likes, comments, and subscribes on our videos. We see you in the chat. We love interacting with you guys, and we surely do appreciate it. It helps our channel a lot. So we really appreciate you guys coming out, sharing this experience with us, and we are excited to bring you more. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We are going to be live streaming tomorrow. Another Nexus Sim Racing League race. Another amazing experience we'll be bringing you guys. And with that being said, we'll see you tomorrow.